I think it's interesting because I've arrived in Fiji and I'm still on Sydney pace, still on this get things done now, go here at this time, do that at this time. And if you know Fiji, you know there's no time. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Every city in the world, every country in the world has an actual pace, and the global consciousness movement has actually tracked this pace. You can put a pace to every city and how fast it moves. New York and Japan, I believe, is one of the fastest. Fiji would have to be one of the slowest, and that's a good thing. And this measurement of energy and pace is the energy that the city or the country functions at. And I think it's really interesting, like, coming here, it takes me a few days to just like stop trying to do, just be, and allow allow things to happen in their own time. Hula! Hula! I'm just waiting to get on the boat. I miss you guys. Make sure you call me. Okay, this might surprise some of you, but I actually missed the boat. Long story, not my fault, miscommunication. But luckily, I got to get a helicopter ride. As I landed at Paradise Cove, it was just as beautiful as I remember many years ago teaching here. The rooms are beautiful and spacious and cool, and the bathrooms are clearly next level. I love showering outside. The beach is perfect because there aren't any big waves and you've got all this amazing reef. The marine life here is just next level. It's untouched and it's thriving. You know, when you go to Asia, I do notice that the marine life isn't thriving as much as in Fiji, but that's just my personal opinion. Highly recommend snorkeling and diving up in the Asawas though. It is magical. I think what I love about this space is that, you know, it's sort of in between two islands, and so it's like a little passage. Yeah, and it's a little bit protected. The actual property has two pools. This is the entryway to the cove, and this is the welcome space. So basically, as you come into the resort, you get welcomed. There's introductions, there's a welcome song, and it's really, really beautiful. The Fijian people in the Asawas, well, all of Fiji, have an amazing, amazing voice. And the way they sing together, it's like a union of sound. One of the best things that happened is watching Fiji play rugby. Now, never have I seen
I need to get the reaction if we win.
More reactive than the Fijian people when playing rugby, when watching rugby, anything to do with rugby. Rugby is life, okay? First comes God, then comes family, then comes rugby. That's the order, and that's how it is there. And yeah, I don't know, it's a vibe. About to teach my first guest yoga class, and training starts today, and all the girls are arriving, the rest of them. Some of them are already here, and can you believe it? Yesterday, I threw my back out. And it was absolutely terrifying. I mean, my body is my occupation. I can't be injured. It's feeling a bit better today, but it's definitely still tender. There's definitely a lesson to slow down here. Check this view out. Unconditional love. So this was actually the very first session we had with some of the girls. And let me tell you, it's a big thing to bring this type of training to Fiji. You know, how do you intertwine it with their own beliefs? These girls have come straight from the village. They've never done yoga. They've never heard of any sort of meditation, and they're also really strong in their faith. So I've actually taken out all the Hindu principles and really just focused on the breath and the mindfulness and the movement of the practice, and asked them to bring their own beliefs and faiths into their practice. And, here's the thing. When you go into a country, I think you have to be mindful and respectful and value the people's culture. What I did notice, which was amazing, is that Fijian people are super flexible. And I think it's because in our culture, my culture, Fijian culture, we sit on the floor. Floor sitting is very common. And so getting up and down and practicing wasn't as much of a challenge for them as I've seen with Western culture. So that was really beautiful and surprising.
You know just what you do to me. Play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings. Did it ever occur to you my heart's more than a toy? Please go easy